Aspirants. I'm Indumati Karthikeyan from Inkar IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the 18th of February current affairs. The topic taken from the Delhi edition. The topic is thermal pollution. That is the light and the pollution burden of the thermal power states. This topic comes under our GS3 infrastructure energy. In this topic, we are going to discuss about what about the thermal power state, what is the pollution, what are the transition to cleaner energy technologies, what are the implementation of cleaner energy technologies, what is the stricter emission standard and regulation, energy efficiency measures, enhancing green infrastructure and urban planning, phasing out coal plants, how to give the awareness to the public and what are the collaboration of international cooperation. These are the things we are going to discuss today. First of all, why it is in the news. There is a thermal power producing states need to be compensated the bearing of the burden of the pollution while supplying the electricity to power consuming states. In the first national determined contribution under the Paris Agreement to United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, that is UNFCCC, that is in August 2022, India is committed in first adopting the climate friendly, the cleaner technologies in the path, the economic development. The second is reducing the emission intensity of the GDP by 45% in 2030. So there is an issue that pollution burden in the state heavily reliant on the thermal power generation is a significant environmental concern because the thermal power plants which burns the fossil fuels such as coal, natural gas, which generate the electricity, release a harmful pollutant into the air including carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrous oxide. The particulate matter, that is a health concern, that the impact of these surrounding pollution will be impact the population and also states rely heavily on the thermal power plants. So the lighten the pollution, the burden of the thermal power state is a comprehensive approach. First of all, we need to transition to cleaner energy solutions such as one of the most effective way to reduce the pollution to be transition way, that is a solar wind power. The source or abundant, clean, and also it can significantly reduce the reliance on coal and other fossil fuels. The government will incentives the subsidies for renewable energy infrastructure could expedite that the shift to the low carbon economy. And also there's a energy storage solution is next thing, that is a renewable energy sources like wind and solar or intermittent, that is they need to be a reliable energy storage system such as batteries and pumped storage system to ensure the consistent energy to supply when renewable energy is low. When the implementation of the cleaner technology, first of all, the thermal power plant which have the carbon capture storage, that is necessary, that is a carbon capture storage technology captures the CO2 emission from the power plant before they are released into the atmosphere. The technology has the potential to greatly reduce the carbon footprints in the thermal plants if implemented widely. And also flue gas desulfurization, that is installing FGD system can help to reduce the sulfur emission from the coal plants. That is the FGD work for the removing sulfur dioxide from the exhaust gases, preventing the acid rain and also the air pollution. And also there's a selective catalytic reduction, that is a technology can be significantly reduce the nitrogen oxide emission, a precursor of the smog and also the rain. SCR involves injecting the catalyst into a exhaust stream that reacts with NOx to convert it into nitrogen and water vapor, and also modernizing the boilers and turbines, that is upgrading to more efficient turbine and boiler that could improve the energy output and also thermal plants, making them more efficient and also producing the less waste and the pollution. There is a many stricter emission standard and regulation given by the government, that is a SO2, NOx and CO2 will be forced companies to adopt the cleaner technology to face the penalties. First of all, there is a pollution trading system. There is a cap and trade allow the power plants to buy and sell the pollution credit, that creating economic incentive for the companies to reduce their emission and also invest in the cleaner technology. And also there is a carbon pricing, that implementing the carbon pricing mechanism like carbon taxes or a carbon market will make polluting activities more expensive and also encouraging the power producer to shift that towards the cleaner energy options. There's a many energy efficiency measure. First of all, improving the plant efficiency. The thermal plants can improve the efficiency through better maintenance, practicing reinforcing the older plants and newer, more efficient equipment, and adopting the better technology. There is energy management practices that can give the less fuel being burned and also for the same amount of energy produced. And also there's a demand side management. First of all, there is a demand side management encouraging the consumer to use the energy more efficiently. That public awareness campaign, that smart meters, energy saving incentives can definitely reduce the overall energy demand. They are decreasing the need to fossil fuel based on the power generation and also enhancing the green tech infrastructure in the urban planning. There is a urban green spaces, the planning more trees and creating a green spaces that's in cities that can really absorb the carbon dioxide and particulate matter, that improving urban air quality, urban forest parks, and also the green roofs of the natural air filters. And also there is a clean public transport system to transitioning the electrical vehicles and also promoting the public transportation system, which definitely reduce the demand of energy from the thermal power plant as well as reduce air pollution and transportation. Phasing out the coal plants, that is the thermal power plant is one of the important which is using the coal fired power plant or among the direct energy producer that emitting light high level of CO2, SO2, NOx. That is phasing out of the coal fired power plants and replacing them with a cleaner attachment. And also it should be proximity for the reducing pollution. And also just transition program, that phasing out of the coal plants should be accompanied by the transition program for workers and communities to dependent on the coal, that can be include refining workers for jobs to renewable energy sector and providing the financial support for the affected communities. And also there is a public awareness and advocacy is important. Community involvement, encouraging the local community to get involved in the environmental monitoring and policy advocacy that can help to hold government and companies accountable for the environmental impact. There's a final thing is collaboration with the international cooperation. That is a many states that especially those who develop regions can benefit from collaboration with the international organization like United Nations, World Bank, and also International Energy Agency. These organizations definitely provide the technical support, financing, and also expertise will help the state to transition to the cleaner energy sources. And also technology transfer is required. Developing countries which offer rely on older, more polluting technologies that can benefit the transfer of clean energy technology from the developed nations. And also it help to mistake made by the industrialized nation to leapfrog the cleaner for more efficient energy system to reduce the pollution burden of the state heavily reliant on thermal power generation, that will require a multifaceted approaches and combines the cleaner energy transition, technology improvements, stricter regulation, and public participation by moving towards the cleaner energy sources. So the improving the efficiency that will be existing thermal power plants and implementing the comprehensive pollution control measures. These state can reduce the environmental and health burdens will also contributing the global effort to combat climate change. This shift towards sustainability will require collaboration among governments, industries, and also citizens. Thank you so much.